Hello from the Bureau. It is Thursday the 29th of May. We are rapidly approaching the winter months in just a few days' time, and it's been an unusual autumn so far. The first 6 weeks or so felt very much like summer. It was extremely hot and very dry. We are now starting to see a few more winter-like weather systems bringing rain to some areas, but it does still remain dry for many. When it comes to rain tomorrow, on Friday, we're looking east coast of the country around Queensland, and we're also looking west coast of the country with this low pressure area and this cold front spinning bands of showers and storms onto WA. In between these two wet weather systems though, it's another big region of dry conditions right through here, thanks mostly to this high pressure to the south. Let's look at Friday's forecast state by state, starting in the northeast. And cloudy, cool and wet describes the weather for a lot of areas along the east coast. Most of the rain will be between Bundaberg and Townsville, and we could actually see some moderate falls around the likes of Mackay and Rockhampton, and it will be pretty wet there through most of the day. Down in the southeast, including Brisbane, there'll be showers around, but not persistent rainfall. There'll be some dry and even some sunny gaps in between the spells of wet weather here. It will have dried up again for inland places, still a touch cool in those regions. A dry day is expected across New South Wales and ACT. The wind is still coming from the south. It's not a strong wind, but it does mean those temperatures are still just a touch on the cool side, both during the day, but also some cool nights and early mornings. Canberra even down into the negatives. Rainfall will be minimal, but we might see a few showers along the coast from Newcastle up to the northern rivers. A cold morning here as well could lead to areas of frost and areas of fog around particularly northern parts of Victoria, and then a fairly settled day, getting very, very calm still as the wind dies out pretty much completely. There will be some cloud through southern parts of the state and maybe a very light shower along the south coast all the way from Warrnambool across to Gippsland. Even around Melbourne there might be a very light shower. Nothing expected north of the ranges. For Tasmania, a pretty pleasant, crisp, late autumn day. Very similar to the last few days actually. Temperatures in the mid-teens, overnight lows into the single digits. Partly cloudy skies for most areas and a couple of light showers in the west. Shouldn't see any rainfall in Launceston or Hobart. And I'll use some of those same words here. It's cool, it's partly cloudy, but it is dry once again across South Australia. A few spots may get a bit of fog and frost to begin, and there's likely to be at least partial cloud cover through a lot of the day. It will brighten up for the second half. High temperature of 18 degrees in Adelaide. When it comes to rain though, there is something a bit more significant to talk about here, and this is bands of showers and storms moving on to the west coast and really could affect anyone from the Pilbara right down through the central west, through Perth and down to the very far southwest. When it comes to stormy conditions, storms are most likely south of Geraldton. That does include Perth, Bunbury and the rest of the southwest coast. Further north it's likely to just be some showery weather. Rainfall accumulations will be most significant near that west coast, and they really taper away as you look inland. So through the likes of the Great Southern and the Wheat Belt, it's likely just to be single-digit rainfall accumulations. And for the far north, we are back to the dry season. After the wet interlude of the past couple of days, that's all cleared up and gone away. Back to clear, dry, sunny weather with some fresh southeast winds. Temperatures still on the cooler side for the south of the NT and still near seasonal across the tropical north. You can find more weather information on the Bureau's app and website. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely day.